Hey guys, today we're going to be attempting to shoot a spray can at 150 yards with a brake barrel. As you can see, I got my setup here. This is a view of my little setup. I got a rabbit at 50 yards, a squirrel at 100 yards, and I got a little torso plate at 150 yards. I already shot the spray can, so it's not going to make the effect, but we're going to attempt to knock it over. Today I'm going to be using a Gamma Swarm Magnum Gen 3 10X in 177. These brake barrels are inertia fed. They carry little mags with 10 rounds in them. Each time you break the barrel, it automatically feeds a pellet into the chamber or the barrel, and it'll be ready to shoot. These things could also shoot slugs. I am using the 12.5 grain NSA slugs. They are extremely accurate. They require less clicks on the adjustment for the optics. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I am using a Firefield 3 to 12 by 40. I think it's second focal plane, but it still gets the job done. Let's try to get this done. And as always guys, safety first. Okay, so we have our scope dialed in at 50 yards. Let's go ahead and dial for 150. So you can give it a full spin. Another one that was 100 yards. Now guys, with these 12.5 grain, they require less adjustment. I was using the, sorry there's noise. So I was using the 16 grain Zan slugs, and man, they needed like 5 whole spins right here. So you gotta, the zero, you gotta go 5 times around to literally get up to 100 yards. And with these 12.5 grain slugs, each spin is 50 yards. So that's why these are, and they're lighter, so they're not as loopy. They go straighter, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and try to hit this spray can at 150 yards. Okay guys, so I don't have a tripod or phone stand, so try to keep the phone as still as I can. Here we go, shot number 1. It's a little windy, so I'm gonna aim 1.5 mil dots to the left. Got it. Didn't knock it over, but I don't know if you guys heard the little thump. For confirmation, I'm gonna shoot the little torso on the left so you guys can hear the pating, the little ring-a-ding. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that. Let's try to knock that can over. The spray can. And got it again. So as you guys can see, I was able to get the torso and the spray can 150 yards with a brake barrel using 12.5 grain slugs from NSA, but I wasn't able to knock the can over. But let me show you guys the aftermath. Now mind you guys, these brake barrels are more capable than what many people think. They may be pellet guns, but if you put the right slug, it does its job. Let me show you guys. So as you guys can see, we have the rabbit at 50 yards from my setup. Let's check out the results. So it's been a while since I've shot my rifle, my brake barrel, and I noticed it was a bit off. Once I was able to zero in at 50, took a couple headshots, and this is the grouping it gave me. This is my thumb. Kind of covers it, but it's pretty good for a brake barrel shooting 12.5 grain NSA slugs. Let's go check out the 100-yard squirrel and 150 torso and spray can. As I was telling you guys, these 12.5 grain NSA slugs are extremely accurate. After I zeroed in at 50 yards, I dialed in at 100 yards, took one shot at the head, and this is the result it gave me. So as you guys can see, we have the squirrel at 100 yards from my setup. Let me show you guys what it did. So after I dialed for 100 yards, after zeroing at 50 yards, I aimed directly at this spot, and that's how much it dropped down. I mean, it would still be a dead squirrel, but yeah, it might be a dead squirrel. Let's go check out the torso at 150 and the spray can. This is the part that sucks about recording when you come shoot a long distance, guys. A lot of walking, which is a good workout at the same time. Shoot targets and work out. Let's check out the torso and spray can. So here we are at 150 yards from my setup. I got the torso and spray can. Has a long walk. Sorry guys, I'm out of breath. Okay, so let's check out. So after I dialed in to 150, I shot the spray can. Took me like 5 shots, actually 3 shots, and it literally spiraled up like a, it wasn't like a firework or like a rocket or some type. And the first shot, it was actually right here and it didn't penetrate. But after a couple shots, I think I took a couple shots at the same spots, because as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 exit holes in the back, but there's only 2 entrance holes in the front. So I'm guessing that I shot the same holes. And I'm actually surprised, because I was telling you guys that these 12.5 grain NSA slugs don't penetrate like this, but I'm actually surprised it did go all the way through. Usually the 15 grain NSA slugs and the 16 grain Zan slugs are the ones that penetrate like this. They literally go straight through these things, man. Let me see if I find a slug to show you guys later on. So after shooting the spray can, I took a couple shots at the torso. I actually aimed right here, so the second mill dot to the right was right in the center, and first shot was right, almost on, so there was not that much wind. But I took 3 shots at the same spot. I couldn't see them because of this little hole, but these 12.5 grain slugs, man, they do some damage at this distance. Like I was saying, I don't know if I said earlier, but I was able to shoot a spray can at 200 yards with a brake barrel. Could you believe that, guys? I don't know if anybody's ever done that before, but if they haven't, I guess I broke a record. And yeah, these are the results of 12.5 grain NSA slugs at 150 yards, guys. So I was searching for the slugs, but I couldn't find much, because these 12.5 grain, since they're light lead, they kind of mush up real good and real easy. So when they hit the target, the metal target, they splash all over the place. The 16 grain, they actually kind of take more force. It takes more force for them to expand, but a heavy slug definitely has more penetration than a lighter slug. So some pros and cons about light and heavy slugs, guys. Let's say, for example, you were to shoot a dove with a 10 grain H&N slug and 177. You would have good penetration. It would smack the bird and it would penetrate. It wouldn't go all the way through. So you wouldn't have to worry about a backstop. And these light slugs are actually less loopy at long distances, so you don't have to do much adjustment to your optics. But the bad thing about these light slugs is that they don't retain their energy at long distances like a heavy slug would. Now, it all depends on the brand, because some brands make harder lead, so it actually takes more energy for it to expand, and it has more penetration, so it might go all the way through a bird. Now, for example, these NSA slugs, I thought they wouldn't go through a can, and they actually penetrated all the way through. So you never know. You might just want to be safe and have a backstop. But these heavy slugs, on the other hand, let's say you were to shoot a bird with a 20 grain H&N slug in 177, you're gonna have more penetration. Um, who knows on the expansion, if you hit a bone or something, or if you hit the flesh, it's just going to completely go through, so you would have to worry about your backstop. And it sucks because these heavy slugs, they actually require more adjustments in your optics because they're loopy since they're heavier, but they do pack a heavier punch at long distances. They retain their energy. Now those are the pros and cons about slugs, guys. So there you guys have it, 150 yards with a Gamma Swarm Magnum Gen 3 10X brake barrel and 177, shooting 12.5 grain NSA slugs. Comment what you guys want me to shoot next. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.